Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
As I'm sure you guys have noticed by now, we are in the F-5 Tiger. Today we're going to be taking on not just one, but two Mig-25 Foxbats. Now the Foxbat has kind of an interesting operational history, some of it not so good for the Foxbat. For example, the Foxbat was actually gunned down by an F-5 in the Iran-Iraq War, and also the Foxbat was able to score a kill against an American F-18 Hornet in the early days of Desert Storm, I believe. So quite an interesting story in the Mig-25's past. Today we're going to be in the F-5. Like you can see, we're going to take on two of these things, so it should be quite the challenge going forward. And keep in mind that thing is an interceptor, so if I can get to a merge with him, I will absolutely kill him. So that's the objective. Those things can't dogfight at all, but they can shoot very dangerous missiles. Well, dangerous if you don't defend them properly, but you know, they're pretty primitive Russian missiles, like way back in the day, 60s, 70s. It's the R-40 after all. So I'm probably not going to defend it super aggressively because I want to stay nose hot. I want to stay aggressive. And because if I can kill this first guy, I got to quickly wrap it up with this first guy so I can switch to the second guy who is trying to pincer me. And whoa. Okay, listen, they are primitive missiles, okay? I just, you should just defend a little more aggressively than I did there, in hindsight. So definitely, just a little bit more of a crank, I think, would have defeated that missile. It didn't look like it had too much energy when it smoked me. But yeah, anyway, so don't underestimate those things. But they're not that great either, so you can probably defeat them pretty easily. Missiles from that era are very susceptible to notches and things like that as well. So if you get real desperate, you could always do that, which we might have to do here today. But for the most part, we have, it looks like the two Mig-25s, they're not coming just from like front aspect only. You can see on the RWR here. One of them is coming from over there, and the other one is coming from right in front of us. Well, slightly off to maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. So it's kind of like a pincer move is what I think is going on here. But yeah, if we can get to the merge, right up until the merge, they have the advantage, a very big advantage. But as soon as we get to the merge and it becomes a dogfight, these things are dead. They can't dogfight even a little bit, you know. So I'll have every advantage at that point. Do I see him? I think I just saw a little dot off in the distance there. Oh, we got a missile in the air. I don't know if you can see that little white thing off in the distance there. That's a missile trail. Only one of them has shot, it looks like. Oh, maybe the second one shot as well. Yeah, we got 2 missiles in the air from 2 Mig-25s. I've lost visual, but that's okay. Just watch for that second launch. First launch is still right here, right off the nose. Defending a little bit more aggressively than last time. But again, I don't want to lose all of the advantage and just give up my altitude and then allow them to just dive on top of me and kill me. And remember, it's very important that we kill the first guy quickly. That's a pretty aggressive defense. Like, I should be good. I'm confident that we're good. Alright, we'll go ahead and point the... Oh, another missile. There's another missile in the air here. This one's going to be a tight one. I think it went underneath. It went underneath. We're good. Oh! Alright. I get it I understand how to do it now. Couple of pretty egregious mistakes. A lot of assumptions that shouldn't have been made, but we're good now. I get it. We're good. I understand what's going on. I know how to kill them. We're going to kill them now. With like 90% probability, I think I can take these guys. And the key, I'm telling you, the key is kill the first guy, which admittedly has been harder than I thought it would be. But we're going to do it this time. I understand what these missiles are doing now. Basically, but here's what we're going to do. You see this little pincer move these two guys got going on? I'm going to put one of them, this guy on the left-hand side, I'm going to put him in a notch position so I don't have to worry about him. And I'm just going to close on the guy in front. Literally, he'll be blind. The guy on my left will be blind. He won't see anything. He won't be able to lock me. He won't be able to shoot me. I'm going to kill this guy off the nose. And then once I kill him, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to kill his buddy. So this should work. That's why you gotta show up with the right tactics. There's a missile in the air from 12 o'clock. You'll notice the other one hasn't shot at me because he's blind. I'll start defending. Again, I really didn't want to lose visual on him, but I think it's like unavoidable. Okay. Reducing the altitude. Trying to change the aspect. I think we're good. That one's defeated. I think I see this guy. Maybe. We're going to keep pushing forward. Remember, our objective is to close the distance. Take this guy to the merge if we can. Okay, another missile in the air. We're gonna have to try to notch this one. Oh, wow. There it goes. Woo. Alright, there he is. I see him. And this guy is in deep shit now. Watch this. Look at him. He can't turn. That thing cannot turn, man. Look at this. Fox 2. There we go. Second guy's shooting at me. So that Fox 2 hit him. Okay, splash that guy. And now we go for the number 2 guy. Alright, don't screw this up now. We're so close. Alright. Alright. There's that guy's body, or wreckage, I guess. It breaks up as it falls down. Definitely confirmed kill on that guy. We still have one Sidewinder left and guns. Put him into the search mode. We have him in a notch position, so he hasn't been able to shoot again. I need to see the launch. He just launched again. 1 or 2 o'clock. If I see the smoke trail, there it is. There it is. You see that? Look at that. Look at that. Notch that missile, survive it. And then we're going to turn in. I think we're good. We survived it. We're going to turn in. There he is right above the clouds. And we're going to pull up and get on a 6 right here. I was going to Fox 2 him, but the angles were just a little too tight. I think we can take him with guns. Look at him. There's nothing he can do. Once you get to the merge, his fangs are gone. I just hit him in the face with a gun there. And there you go. Splash 1. So I guess splash 2. Mig-25s. Finally got both of these boys with an F-5. Those boys were becoming quite the nuisance. All right, guys, let's do a quick little TAC view review here. And I'll talk a little bit about the tactic here, just because I feel like so many people are confused by the notch, some of the newer people. We'll discuss what the thought process was here. So as you can see, we have a pincer move. We have two Mig-25s coming from two different directions. And so what you see is that I hit this notch position. Now, what's a notch position? It is when you put yourself at a 90-degree angle to the incoming threat. Okay, like this. And on your RWR, so if this is your RWR, right, it'll say 25. Let's say it says it here, right? You move that 25 and you put them here on your 3-9 line, okay? Or you could put them here. Doesn't matter. This is the notch position in your RWR, right? Once you put them here, well, now what is the notch? Okay, the notch is kind of a Doppler. Like, I'm going to say it very basically because I don't want to get too into the complexities of it, but basically think of it as like a Doppler radar can see relative movement. It can see movement away from itself or movement towards itself. As soon as there's no movement, it can't see you. You're almost like mixed into the ground clutter, assuming that you're below the radar. But think about it. If you're moving like this, sorry, that's a bad, imagine that's a straight line. Okay. You're not moving towards him and you're not moving away from him at all. It's zero closure from you to him. It's just his speed is the only closure, right? And so that makes it very difficult for his Doppler radar to see you. And some of the more, it's same for missiles, right? When missiles try to see you, but then you have things like the notch window. Like sometimes if you're just 88 degrees instead of 90 degrees, he can't see you. If you have a decent radar, more advanced radar, you have to be exactly on 90 degrees, like the AMRAAM. If the AMRAAM has gone active on you and it's doing it's coming at you, Pitbull, it's got its own radar on, you have to be exactly on the 90 degree. Like 89 degree is not good enough. You know what I mean? Because that thing's advanced, right? It's a very much more advanced than, let's say, even like a Sparrow or something. So you want to be at a 90 degree angle to him, and you've got a notch. And if you're here, he cannot see you. He can't see you. His radar can't see you. He can't launch on you. Nothing can happen to you. So that was the idea. I was like, let's go for the notch. And then so that I'm effectively removing one bandit from the equation. I'm like, okay, it's 1v1 now. You know, it's no longer 2 versus 1. I don't have to worry about this guy shooting at me. And so that's basically what we do here. You know, he does eventually end up taking a shot at me, but it's because, you know, I'm getting out of the notch because I'm defending this missile. He sees that, he shoots, but his range is enough that I don't really feel super threatened by it. And we defeat that missile by diving, by the way. We end up here. He fires another one. At this point, you know, we are obviously inside of the MAR. We've talked about, like, this is obviously not the MAR, but the MAR is the minimum abort range. And once you're inside of this MAR, you got a missile launch. I can't turn around and run, okay? The MAR for this missile is like way back here, by the way. This is like 2 miles to the merge. But you can see that I'm already inside the MAR by like this far, right? There's no more turning around and running. Once you're in the MAR, there's no escape. The only way to defeat this incoming missile is to decoy that missile. So you have to hit the notch. You have to drop the chaff. Okay, so this is what's going on here. And remember, I'm driving to the merge, so there's no respecting of the MAR here. I'm trying to get close to him and kill him. So you see this, trying to get to the notch, and that missile just, I don't know, goes underneath. Doesn't look like it bites off on chaff. Doesn't look like it tracked fully either right at the end there. Maybe just couldn't pull enough Gs. Let's see the labels here. Like 3.4 Gs. I don't think the G was the problem. Oh, 12 point. Yeah, I pulled like 12 Gs there. I don't think that's a lot for a missile, even back then. So I'm going to say that that missile kind of went blind when I did the notch thing. And so then we're in the merge with this guy. We all know that, you know, they can't dogfight. You guys remember how that happened. Fox 2, he's dead. Peace, dude. And then it's this guy. So now we got to deal with number 2 over here, who's, I'm obviously not on a notch against him. I quickly try to put him in a notch, right? Because he's shooting at me. I kill his buddy, and then once again, he's closing this way, I'm this way, and I put him at a 90-degree angle to try to make him blind to defeat these missiles. Because now I have no SA. I have no situational awareness, right? So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. So I go to a notch to just make sure that you know, I'm not going to get killed while I figure out the situation. Here, I still didn't know what was going on, but you know, we had this missile launch. We saw it in the clouds. I was like, oh, there he is. Missile has no track at all because it's being completely notched. Even without chaff, I dropped the last chaff right here. I have no more. And right from here, we push to the merge. And he's dead, dude. He put the guns on him. Splash 1 Mig-25. Alright. And that's it. That's how it worked out. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.